Welcome to Your Thoughts channel, where we will tell the scariest and most horrifying stories that have ever happened in our world. If you are an adrenaline junkie and looking for something that will scare you, then you have come to the right place. Our stories are based on real events that have happened to many people around the world. Some of them may seem unbelievable and fantastic, but they are real. If you are ready to hear these horror stories, now is the time to pour yourself a cup of coffee or tea. Get comfortable and we will begin. It was a dark and stormy night when I found myself alone in the middle of the woods. I had been out hiking with my friends, but we had become separated, and I had lost my way. As I stumbled through the dense foliage, I heard strange noises coming from all around me. Suddenly, a deafening howl echoed through the trees, and I realized that I was being chased by something. I broke into a run, my heart pounding with fear. I didn't know what was after me, but I knew that I had to keep moving. As I ran, the noises behind me grew louder and more menacing. I could hear footsteps pounding the ground and heavy breathing that wasn't my own. My mind raced with terrifying thoughts of what could be chasing me. I finally stumbled into a clearing, and my heart sank as I saw a dilapidated house looming in the distance. It was the only shelter I could see, but I knew that I was taking a risk by entering it. As I cautiously approached the house, I noticed strange symbols carved into the walls and floor. They gave me an uneasy feeling, but I had no choice but to keep moving forward. Once inside the house, I realized that I was not alone. I could hear strange whispers and footsteps coming from all around me. I tried to stay quiet, but the fear was too much for me to bear. Suddenly, a hand reached out from the shadows and grabbed me by the shoulder. I spun around to face my attacker, but there was no one there. I was alone in the house, or so I thought. As I tried to calm myself down, I noticed strange movements in the shadows. Something was moving, and it wasn't human. I could feel its malevolent presence in the room with me. Just as I was about to run out of the house, a figure emerged from the darkness. It was a woman dressed in a torn wedding dress, with long dark hair covering her face. She floated towards me, emitting a deafening scream that made my ears ring. I tried to run, but my feet wouldn't move. The woman was getting closer and closer, her eyes glowing with a malevolent light. I knew that I was in mortal danger. Summoning all my courage, I turned to face the woman and drew the symbols I had seen earlier in the air with my finger. As I did, a protective barrier formed around me. The woman screamed in rage, trying to break through the barrier, but it held strong, and with a final scream, she vanished into thin air. I ran out of the house, shaken but alive. I knew that I had encountered something truly terrifying, something paranormal that I could not explain. But I also knew that I had faced my fears and come out alive. I would never forget that night, and I would never go hiking alone again.